Welcome and please be seated. On behalf of the faculty and staff of the University of Pittsburgh, Swanson School of Engineering, it is my pleasure to welcome you, our new graduates, families, and friends, to Senior Recognition Night, which honors the 2013 engineering graduates. With graduation, you will become engineers, joining Pitt graduates from the past 2 centuries, graduates who have changed the world. As National Academy members, as founders or leaders of many of America's top companies, including Westinghouse, ANSYS, PPG, Dominion, as inventors of technology such as Pentium processors. Your education will allow you to accomplish things that would be impossible for many people. And I urge you to dream about what you can do with your education. This is a time of great excitement and great possibility for all of you. It is your turn to change the world, and I promise you that you will. The Swanson School of Engineering has seen significant growth and development during your time here, including new laboratories in all of our departments and programs, national recognition for many of our faculty for their research and teaching, and outstanding achievements by many of our students and alumni. As each student is introduced, you will hear about a small portion of their individual accomplishments, which are many and very impressive. To a degree, however, these are the accomplishments of all the students, faculty, and alumni and staff that provide the environment that makes these accomplishments possible. The Swanson School can take pride in all of your accomplishments, those we mention and those we don't have time to include. For only with such success from faculty, students, and alumni can the school achieve its potential. To speak on behalf of the students, I would like to introduce a member of the graduating class in the Department of Bioengineering, Sydney Gibson. Sydney is an exemplary student and has been the recipient of many awards and honors during her college career, ranging from her Best Poster Award from the Freshman Engineering Sustainability Conference in 2009 to becoming a National Science Foundation Graduate Research Fellow in 2013. During her time at the university, Sydney has been involved in the National Society of Black Engineers, serving as Vice President in 2010. She is also a member of the Tau Beta Pi Engineering Society and has volunteered at the Pittsburgh Tissue Engineering Initiative. Next year, she will be attending the Rice University in Houston, Texas, in pursuit of her PhD in bioengineering. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce Sydney Gibson.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Happy to see you here. It's been a crazy 5 years for those who have co-opted, and it all comes down to this final night. And I know we're all very excited to receive our diplomas. I mean, they're fake diplomas until the real ones come into the mail, but we are very happy to finally be done. And we should all give ourselves a round of applause for that. Come on. So, engineering students, we've all been through hell and back, and we deserve this night. And when I was told that I'd be keynote speaker tonight, I was excited and I was nervous and I wasn't quite sure what I should talk about. But I decided to just reflect on the 5 years that I've been here, and I came to the realization that, you know, we put in a lot of sacrifice and a lot of hard work to come to here tonight. And I mean beyond the calculus, beyond the circuits and the complicated theories, beyond all of that, we sacrificed a lot to get here. The engineering student struggle is a very unique one and something that not many people understand. Because students, I'm sure we've all had those moments when we've had those non-engineering friends invite us out for these thirsty Thursdays, and we've all seethed on the inside because we couldn't go because we had 2 projects due the next night, or when you had to overnight sleep in Benedum because you had a 24-hour study mode for finals week, or when you had the computer run a simulation only to come back and figure out that SolidWorks had crashed halfway through, Or those days you waited in line at Einstein's for 30 minutes, only to find out that they just burnt your bagel and they're fresh out of vanilla hazelnut coffee. These are the struggles that engineering students go through at the Swanson School of Engineering. But we made it through those struggles. We are troopers. We finished those projects 4 minutes before the deadline. We turned in those reports. We stayed up late. We pushed through that thermodynamics exam with 2 hours of sleep. We failed classes, we retook classes, and we ate those Einstein bagels because it was the only thing we could eat between biotransport phenomena and differential equations. But we made it, and we have succeeded, and we have excelled. And now we can officially say that we have completed the Swanson School of Engineering curriculum. And I think that the most amazing success over our college careers is the transformation, going from that freshman who had no idea about the world to a graduating senior who was so ready for the world, so ready to make that imprint that we've all been itching to do. And it's this transformation that allows us to change and shape and mold the world that we live in as engineers. But this transformation didn't just happen without all of the people who are here today in this room, that we couldn't have done it without. So there's professors, advisors, parents. We couldn't have done it without you. For example, my thermodynamics teacher, Dr. Patzer. I remember coming out of biothermodynamics really confused, and I think still to this day I'm still really confused. But Dr. Patzer, despite my grades, he was one of my biggest supporters through the bioengineering program. Or Dr. Davidson, who sophomore year put up with my nervous complaining and he still wrote me a letter of recommendation. Or our mentors, like Dr. Abramowitz. He helped me write all 3 of my essays for the National Science Foundation Award because I, at first, had no idea what I was writing. But he helped me through that. Or advisors, the Pitt Excel program, who put up with me for 5 years. And, I'd come to them crying because, I'd failed a calculus quiz or whatever my sad story of the day was. But they put up with that for 5 whole years. And let's not forget our parents, our family members who have supported us with our dreams, were there when we needed a shoulder to cry on when we failed our Organic Chemistry 2 final, or financially when we ran out of dining dollars and all we could afford was a pack of ramen and a stick of gum at Market to Go. Both my mom and my dad made me who I am today. For example, my dad, he used to subscribe me to National Geographic and take me to science museums, and he was the guy who inspired me to first take that step into science and engineering, and he also gave me my height, so that's due to him. And there's my mom, who she's not as science inclined, and she was the butt kicker. She is the most loving and intimidating person that I have ever met. She will instill love and fear into you. But she has been the driving force behind me for the past 23 years, and she has put up with all my crap. But she'll probably put up with it for another many more years to come. And let's not forget our peers. Let's not forget all the other classmates who held our hands through dynamic systems, the brutal beatdowns of digital logic, and the temporary insanity that we all felt when our senior design prototype failed, or that joy we felt when Lon Kappa finally turned seafoam green, or when you finally beat the curve. Engineering students, look to your neighbors. Go on, hug each other, praise each other. Go on, I'll give you a minute. No, go ahead. Yes, there you go. Fill in the love. We've done it together, and we are now finally here. So you see, tonight we're here to praise our accomplishments, and we did it, maybe by the skin of our teeth, but we officially finished. But let's not forget that our successes are due to all of those in this room. Everyone has made a small or big effect in our lives. Every person that we've met along the way has supported us, or by lending us a pencil or writing a letter of recommendation. Every single person in this room has made us who we are today. And it's important that we remember the imprints that those people have made on us so that we can go out and make imprints on the world. So on my behalf, and on the behalf of the other students in the room tonight, I want to say thank you to the professors, the mentors, the tutors, the peers, the friends, the administrators. Thank you. Thank all of you, because without your help, none of this would be possible. Thank you.
Thank you, Sydney. You're going to be a terrific representative of the School of Engineering as you begin your career. In recognition of the importance of educating our students, I would now like to present the Swanson School of Engineering Outstanding Educator Award to a member of the engineering faculty. This award, established in 1985, has been instrumental in recognizing a member of the engineering faculty who, through his or her dedication to the teaching profession, has made a significant impact on the educational experience of the student body. I would like to ask Dr. William Stankina to join me at the podium. This year's Outstanding Educator Award recipient, Dr. Steve Levitan, John A. Jurenko Professor of Computer Engineering, Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering, was unable to be here because of international commitments, and Dr. Stankina will accept this award on his behalf. Dr. Levitan has a simple teaching philosophy. Students learn by doing. He is very proud of the development of the computer engineering course, Digital Design Laboratory, which gives the students a hands-on experience with hardware. Steve Levitan carries an unusually heavy teaching load. He has developed and taught 11 courses in 3 laboratories utilizing non-traditional pedagogies. Dr. Levitan's courses are extremely popular while at the same time very challenging. Steve received an ACM SIGDA Distinguished Service Award in 2007 and also received the Provost Academic Council on Instructional Excellence Award in May of 2010 for his course development of ECE's course Simulation and Modeling. Bill, please accept this award on behalf of Dr. Steve Levitan, our 2013 Outstanding Educator Award winner. We will now begin the portion of the program that you're waiting for, where we give individual recognition to each of our graduating seniors that are in attendance. Assisting in the presentation of the certificates is Cheryl Paul, Director of the Freshman Program. Senior Associate Dean Schumann will announce the department chairman, but first I would like to introduce Dr. Harvey Borovich, Chairman of the Department of Bioengineering. Harvey has been the chair of bioengineering for 11 years and is stepping down as chair at the end of this summer. While serving as chair, the department has been recognized as one of the best departments in the world and has grown at both the graduate and undergraduate level, has produced a world-class faculty, and has launched many students into outstanding careers as scholars, inventors, teachers, and physicians. The department was awarded an NSF Engineering Research Center, a Coulter Translational Research Grant, and huge amounts of NSF and NIH funding, which has helped the department grow. In recognition of his many contributions, Harvey was recognized with the university's highest honor, a distinguished professorship. Harvey, I would like to thank you for the many years of service to the University of Pittsburgh and to the Swanson School. You have been a pleasure to work with all of these years. Harvey is not retiring, though. He'll be returning to the faculty and will continue to contribute to the university in many ways. But first, he will introduce his faculty and students.
Maybe I should retire after those wonderful remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to ask those faculty members from the Department of Bioengineering to please join us on the stage. Professor Sanjeev Shroff, Professor Jack Patzer, Professor Pat Laughlin, Professor Rich Stepsky, and Professor Spendan Mighty. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce those members of the Bioengineering senior class who are with us this evening. Will the members of our senior class please approach the stage? The outstanding senior for the Department of Bioengineering is Olivia Creasy. Ms. Creasy has a 4.0 QPA. She's the Swanson School of Engineering Class of 2013 Class Marshal and is listed as second author on a paper submitted to Stem Cells. In recognition of Ms. Creasy's achievement as Outstanding Senior, we would like to present Ms. Creasy with a plaque commemorating this honor. This year's class representative is Sayesh Acharya. Mr. Acharya is the recipient of the Swanson School of Engineering George Washington Award. He will be starting a full-time job as an associate engineer for regulatory and quality solutions, a Pittsburgh-based medical device consulting firm. Mr. Acharya would like to thank his family for the loving support and encouragement, his professors for pushing him in his classes and for their guidance, and his friends for their countless memories that have made college the best 4 years of his life. Folks, please hold your applause until all the members of each class is introduced. Thank you.
All right, now we will begin announcing the rest of the members of our class, starting with Corey Rochelle Atherton, who will be going into industry and would like to thank her family and fiance for their support over the years. Followed by Justin Craig Becker. During his internship last summer, Justin wrote a customized program to increase the efficiency of retinal image processing. The results were very successful. He contributed to the founding of a co-ed a cappella group, C-Flat Run, his freshman year, and just 4 years later, they're competing in national competitions and most recently performed at a national semifinal in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Justin has been accepted to pursue a master's in public health next fall with a focus in biostatistics and epidemiology. Next, we have Janelle Lynn Bicta. Janelle would like to thank her family and friends for their constant support throughout the past 4 years. And Janelle will be attending Pitt's graduate PhD program in the fall. Next, we have Devin Thomas Blake. Devin was awarded a year-long fellowship in the undergraduate program in neural computation through the joint CNBC program of Pitt and CMU. He also worked with a team of researchers at Drexel University College of Medicine to develop testing models related to HIV/AIDS. And Devin would like to thank all of his friends and family for their continuing support. Cedric W. Brown, Jr. completed 2 summer internships with NIOSH, a subsidiary for the Centers for Disease Control. He's also the co-founder and leader of the Brotherhood Mentoring Organization for University of Pittsburgh engineering students. Cedric would like to thank his parents, Gwen and Cedric Sr., for their tremendous love and support during his time at the University of Pittsburgh. Next, we have Erica Rungraver. Erica would like to thank her family and friends for all of their love and support. After Erica, we have Stephen Canton. Stephen is an HHMI XROP scholar for exceptional research. This provided him with the opportunity to participate in the SMART program at Baylor College of Medicine. He's the author of the manuscript Decellularized Equine Larynx for Upper Airway Reconstruction under the supervision of Dr. Brian Brown. Stephen has been accepted to graduate school for kinesiology at Louisiana State University. His focus will be on motor behavior, sports injuries, and their effect on locomotion. He would like to thank his family, especially his mother, father, and twin brother for all of their support. He would also like to thank his fraternity brothers for being there whenever he needed them these last 2 years. Lastly, Stephen would like to thank Pitt Excel. Since pre-college programs, they have provided unwavering support to ensure his success in the Swanson School of Engineering. Next, we have Lalita Sri Chintam. Lalita worked in Adipose Stem Cell Center under Dr. Casey Barra for 2 years. She has been involved in the tango community for 3 years, including performing and choreographing for the Panther Tango Club. Lalitha will be taking a gap year before med school, working in a lab and volunteering with the Guerilla Eye Service. Matthew Crilly is graduating with a BS in Bioengineering with a concentration in cellular engineering. He was actively involved in the Biomedical Engineering Society during his undergraduate career and held an officer position during senior year. Matthew will be attending graduate school at the University of Rochester next year to obtain his master's degree in bioengineering. Michael Joseph Cunningham will be working the next 2 years as a fellow in the Venture for America program. He was a member of the top 10 ranked Pitt men's club volleyball team, and he was a member of 5 music groups on campus during his time here. He will be touring in Europe with the Pitt Men's Glee Club for the next 2.5 weeks. Antonia Eugenia Curtin is attending the University of Minnesota in the fall, and she would like to thank her family and the BioE faculty for making her graduation possible. Anthony Thomas D'Angelo is a member of the Golden Key Honors Society. He will be attending Johns Hopkins University Bloomberg School of Public Health to pursue a Master's of Health Administration. Anthony would like to thank his family, friends, bioengineering faculty, and classmates. Brian Charles DeWilly had an internship with Spinewave, Inc. and did research at MSRC. He would like to give many thanks to his parents, all of his professors, and his friends. Rafe Feroz has been selected for the Physician Scientist Training Program at the University of Pittsburgh Medical School, starting after graduation. He is proud of having presented a podium presentation at the BMES annual conference in Atlanta with his friends there to support him. Rafe would like to thank the bioengineering faculty and students for their ever-present kindness and support over the last few years. Jonathan E. Foster helped get high schoolers and middle schoolers interested in science with SEMFs. He will be attending Harvard School of Dental Medicine after graduation. He would like to thank Dr. Batista, Dr. Patzer, and Dr. Borovitz from Bioengineering for all of the help they've given him in BioE. Piaget Francois has accepted a full-time position at Merck & Company, Inc. She is a UNCF Merck Undergraduate Research Fellow and Henderson Scholar. She is a regional executive board member and past chapter president of the National Society of Black Engineers. Haley Ann Fuller is graduating with honors. She plans to enter industry after graduation and would like to say thank you to her family. Rebecca Jeanne Girth would like to thank her family, Dr. Batista and Dr. Laughlin, for being so helpful in all of her endeavors. Sydney Michelle Gibson. Sydney is the recipient of the 2013 National Science Foundation Graduate Research Fellowship. She has held multiple leadership positions in the National Society of Black Engineers, and she'll be attending Rice University for a PhD in bioengineering this fall. Elizabeth L. Gilson would like to take this opportunity to thank her parents and sisters for all their love and support. Cullen Christopher Grover was a design lead for an ophthalmoscope power source, which was accepted to a design competition at Rice University. He helped design an iPad application for a diagnosis of ACL injury, and he will be attending West Virginia University School of Medicine in the fall of 2013. Emma Michelle Harbert would like to thank her professors, friends, and family for their never-ending support and encouragement. Emma completed a year-long co-op at GlaxoSmithKline, where her work is being incorporated worldwide. Emma has accepted an offer to attend the University of Memphis for their customer-driven MBA program with a focus in management of biotechnical industry. She has been sponsored by Smith & Nephew, an international medical device company. Claire Alexandra Holmer has treasured her time in the bioengineering department and would like to thank her family and friends for their support and motivation. Ryan Cook has completed 2.5 years of research experience at Pitt. He presented work at BMES Atlanta in 2012 and has been accepted to the Summer Bioengineering Conference in Oregon this summer. Ryan made it through bioengineering in 4 years, and thanks to his family and friends. Sandy Chen Liu was a finalist for Senior of the Year Award, served as the Society of Women Engineers 2011 to 2012 President, and 2012 to 2013 Vice President, Tau Beta Pi Co-President, Society of Asian Scientists and Engineers Founding Vice President, and was chosen as a UHC Ambassador. She has 2 second author publications from research in the Battle Act Lab and 3 summer industry internships at SIGA Technologies and Boston Scientific. Sandy is attending Rush Medical College next year. She would like to thank her parents, Jay and Lon, brother Nathan, and fiance Pat for supporting her.
Nicole T. McLean. Nicole is going to graduate school at Pitt for bioengineering, and she would also like to thank you to all my family for getting me here today. I love you all. From Nicole. Joshua Eugene Mealy. Josh won first place poster at the American Institute of Chemical Engineers annual conference. He is a member of Tau Beta Pi Engineering Honor Society. Josh will be attending graduate school at the University of Pennsylvania for a PhD in bioengineering this fall. Josh would like to thank all his mentors for both in research and academics. In particular, he would like to acknowledge Drs. Morgan Federchek and Steve Little for their help and guidance during his research here at Pitt. Most importantly, Josh would like to thank his mom, his dad, his brother, and all the rest of his family. Without their love and support, he would not be where he is today. Sean Robert Moore. Sean was president of the Pitt Men's Rugby Club. Sean was an R&D intern at Covidian. Sean is starting a job as an integration engineer for Epic in June. Patrick Aloysius Morosky. Patrick was a Swanson School of Engineering Dean's List each semester of college with a cumulative GPA of above 3.75. Patrick has been an intern at Cardiac Assist since May of 2012 and has accepted a full-time position at the company following graduation. Patrick is thankful for the love, support, and encouragement of his father, Al, his mother, Dawn, his sister, Carly, and his brother, Jacob. Samuel Edgar Nardone. Sam was a 4-year member of the University of Pittsburgh rowing team. Sam will be working for Essential Medical, Inc., a cardiovascular device company after graduation. Sam would like to extend many thanks to his family and his classmates for their help and support over the last 4 years. Ashley Nicole Nielsen. Ashley will be attending Washington University in St. Louis pursuing a PhD in neuroscience. Ashley received an honorable mention for the National Science Foundation Graduate Research Fellowship Program. Ashley would like to thank her parents for providing unwavering love and support, her sisters for making her smile, the Wheeler Lab for teaching her to ask the right questions, and her friends for keeping her sane and making it all worth it. Emily Louisa Austin. Emily has studied cells from abdominal aortic aneurysms in Dr. Vorp's lab and presented her research at the Biomedical Engineering Society's meeting in Atlanta. She would like to thank Dr. Vorp and her coworkers for the great experience she has had in this lab. Emily was a member of the marching band and a member of one of the band's organizations, Kappa Kappa Psi. Emily would like to thank all of her friends and family for their love and support throughout her college career. Philip Olson. Philip has been published in the PLOS-1 for his undergraduate research in the Banerjee Lab. He would like to thank Dr. Banerjee, his graduate student mentor, Kia Go, and the rest of the lab. Philip has been involved in the Pitt Band for all 4 years of his college career and was a member of 2 of the band fraternities, Kappa Kappa Psi and Mu Kappa Epsilon. Phil would like to say thank you to his family, friends, and bioengineering peers for the support over the last 4 years. Amy Nicole Pickering. Amy has actively participated in research at the Musculoskeletal Research Center during her undergraduate career. She plans to attend medical school in the fall, and Amy would like to thank her family for their continued support. Catherine Port. Catherine worked as an undergraduate researcher for 2 years in Dr. Lowe's developmental biology laboratory. She helped to develop bioengineering science camp activities for middle school students with PTEI, and she would like to thank her parents for all their support. Michelle Ann Schaffman. Michelle is a member of Tau Beta Pi and Panther CrossFit. She is going to pursue a master's in mechanical engineering at Ohio State University next year on a university fellowship. She would like to say thank you to Bill Anderst and Dr. Scott Tashman for being fantastic research mentors over the past 3 years. Andrea Schofstall. Andrea completed a co-op with Cohera Medical, Inc. She will be attending law school in the fall with a focus in intellectual property law. Andrea would like to thank her friends and family for all of their support. Wilton Thomas Sneed. Wilton would like to say thank you to his mom and dad for all their support. He is a co-concert master of the Pitt Symphony Orchestra, and Wilton is attending graduate school at UT Austin. Elizabeth Abby Stull. Elizabeth has co-authored research articles published in Pathobiology and the Journal of Biomedical Materials. She has been an active member of Phi Eta Sigma Honor Society, the University of Pittsburgh Women's Choral Ensemble, and Phi Sigma Rho sorority. Elizabeth will be pursuing a PhD degree in biomedical sciences at the University of Pittsburgh Medical School. Marshall Ligon Steele. Marshall served as vice president for both Biomedical Engineering Society and the Panther Sports Network. He participated in engineering study abroad programs in Chile and Florence, Italy. Marshall will be attending medical school next year with a Navy Health Professions Scholarship. Olivia Grace Telford. Olivia is entering the PhD program in astronomy at the University of Washington in the fall of 2013. She has received honorable mention in the NSF Graduate Research Fellowship Program, and Olivia received a NASA Pennsylvania Space Grant Consortium Research Scholarship. Michael David Watson. Michael is graduating summa cum laude. He has been accepted into the University of Virginia Medical School, entering this upcoming fall. Michael would like to say thank you so much to his friends and family for supporting him these past 4 years. He couldn't have achieved what he has without you guys. Michelle Lynn Weaver. Michelle worked in the research laboratory of Dr. Thomas Gilbert, focusing on the decellularization of hearts, lungs, and tracheas. Her research led to the publication of 3 articles featured in journals such as Organogenesis. Michelle was granted the Dean Scholarship at the University of Pittsburgh School of Law for the entering class of 2016. Jeffrey Michael Weiss. Jeffrey was an undergraduate program in Neural Computational Fellow. He entered in Germany with the DAAD RISE program. Jeffrey would like to say thanks to his family, his senior design team, and the RNEL research team. Brandon Robert White. Brandon has studied abroad in Brazil at UNICAMP, neuroscience program in the Institute of Biology. He has co-opted at Ethicon Endosurgery Research and Development for Emerging Markets, and he's completed a senior design project in which he helped develop an iPad app to detect and grade ACL deficiency. Justin David Wildeman. Justin is a Swanson School of Engineering scholar and a Dean's List honoree every semester. He is a member of Tau Beta Pi Engineering Honor Society. Justin would like to thank his family, especially his parents, for their support, and his friends and peers for sharing in the grueling endeavor that is undergraduate bioengineering. Erica Wilson. Erica completed a year-long co-op at Cohera Medical and is excited to start her Doctor of Pharmacy degree here at Pitt starting this fall. She has thoroughly enjoyed her involvement with Pitt Ballet Club, including her role as president, and is especially proud of how the organization has grown from 10 to almost 100 members during her time here at Pitt. Erica would like to thank her family and her husband Declan for everything as she graduates summa cum laude. Adam Venus. Adam is planning to attend physical therapy school. Adam would like to thank his parents and grandparents for their love and support over the past 4 years. Christopher Allen Zimmerman. Christopher was awarded an NSF Graduate Research Fellowship. Christopher will be will attend the neuroscience graduate program at the University of California, San Francisco, and Christopher was also awarded an Amgen scholarship to support summer research at the California Institute of Technology.
Congratulations to the bioengineering graduates. Please take your seat. I would now like to call up the chairman of Chemical and Petroleum Engineering, Dr. Stephen Little, to present the chemical engineering graduates. Steve?
I would like to ask those faculty members of the Department of Chemical and Petroleum Engineering who are with us this evening to please join me on the stage. And the department is honored to say that one of those faculty members is already on the stage, and that's the U.S. Steel Dean of Engineering and also Professor of Chemical and Petroleum Engineering, Gerald Holder. In addition, we have Professor Eric Beckman, Professor Cheryl Bodnar, Professor Joseph McCarthy, Professor Robert Parker, Professor Lei Li, Professor Ipsita Banerjee, Professor Sachin Valenkar, Professor Carl Johnson, Professor Di Gao, Professor John Murphy, Professor Muhammad Atai, and Professor Badi Morsi. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to introduce those members of the Chemical and Petroleum Engineering senior class who are with us this evening. Will the members of our senior class please approach the stage? The outstanding senior for the Department of Chemical and Petroleum Engineering is Andrew Zmolek. Andrew was awarded both the Chancellor's Undergraduate Research and Teaching Fellowships. At the spring of 2013 American Institute of Chemical Engineering Conference, Andrew was awarded first place for his research in the department, and also the Pitt Chemi car team, in which he was a part of, won first place. Andrew is attending the Massachusetts Institute of Technology next fall to perform his PhD work. Andrew, in recognition of your achievement as an outstanding senior, we would like to present you with a plaque commemorating this honor. This year's class representative is Lisa Volpati. Lisa would like to say thank you to her friends, her family, and the faculty for their support. She is the section president of the Society of Women Engineers, and Lisa will be attending the University of Cambridge in England as a Whitaker Fellow in the fall. Ladies and gentlemen, please hold your applause until our last student has been recognized.
Andrew and I would now like to invite out the rest of our fellow chemies. So we'll start with Lisa Barkand. Lisa is a charter member of Theta Tau and a leader in the American Institute of Chemical Engineers. She completed 2 summer research internships with the Center for Disease Control. Lisa has accepted an offer from Armstrong World Industries and will be working in Lancaster, Pennsylvania and Munster, Germany for her first rotation. Catherine Brown. Catherine is a member of Phi Sigma Rho. She would like to thank her family for all of their support. And after graduation, Catherine will be working for F.L. Smith. Joel Cook. Joel would like to thank his parents, family, and friends for their support throughout his time here at Pitt. He is happy to be able to celebrate this accomplishment with the people that have encouraged and cheered him on through this process. Andrew Decker. Andrew was the lead of 2 sub-teams on the Formula SAE team. He has earned a nuclear engineering certificate as well. Adam Dobson. Adam is graduating with a dual degree in religious studies. He is the head preceptor of the Fessenden Honors Engineering Program in the University Honors College. Adam also served as the vice president of the Rainbow Alliance. Stanislaw Peter Joseph Gao. Stanislaw was an undergrad researcher in the Parker Lab for 3 years. He is a co-founder of Engage, an engineering service organization, and vice president of research for Omega Chi Epsilon. Stanislaw was a George Washington Award finalist and a 2012 PPG Industry Scholarship for Undergrad Research winner. Justin Gray. Justin completed 2 internships at Westinghouse. He studied abroad in Italy and would also like to thank his friends and family for all their support. Benjamin Hirsch. Benjamin earned his Bachelor of Science in Chemical Engineering with a concentration in petroleum engineering. He interned at Carlisle Syntec and would like to thank his friends and family for their support for the last 4 years. Brandon Iskra. Brandon would like to thank his friends and family for all of their help along the way. Brett Karen. Brett will graduate with a major in chemical engineering and a certificate in nuclear engineering. He was a member of the American Institute of Chemical Engineers and American Nuclear Society, as well as the intramural frisbee and softball teams. He would like to thank all of his family and friends for their support over the last 4 years. Andrew Kitka. Andrew made the Dean's List in 2010, 11, 12, and 13. Andrew participated in the Mascaro Center for Sustainable Innovation Summer Research Program. Andrew would like to thank the Pittsburgh Foundation and the Wellington C. Carl Fund for their generous support throughout his 4 years at Pitt. Christopher Kolesser. Christopher is a magna cum laude graduate. He has accepted an engineering position at ExxonMobil. Christopher would like to thank his parents and anyone else who has supported him along the way. David Kramer. David was the president of the American Institute of Chemical Engineers and is involved in Theta Tau professional engineering fraternity. He completed 2 summer internships in the Quality Control Department at Johnson & Johnson in Malvern, Pennsylvania. David will be working for BASF, the chemical company, in their professional development program. James Rodney Langino. James has been accepted into Louisiana State University's School of Medicine, class of 2017. He was the 2012 Student Government Board President. James was also a co-op student at Mine Safety Appliances in Cranberry, Pennsylvania.
John Maloof. In addition to his major, John is receiving minors in bioengineering, chemistry, and economics. He co-authored a scientific paper that will be published in the Journal of Diabetes, Science, and Technology. John would like to say thank you to his parents. Daniel Robert Meyer. Daniel earned a major in chemical engineering with a minor in chemistry and a certificate in petroleum engineering. Renee S. Millard. Renee would like to thank her boyfriend, Matt, and her parents for all of their support. She was a member of Phi Sigma Rho and the ChemiCar team. Lisa Griffin Miller. Lisa was the president of the Pitt Writers Club. She was also the service leader of Cornerstone last year. Lisa completed minors in history and chemistry. Lewis Anthony Miller II. Lewis is a co-founder of Engage. an NSF-funded service organization that focuses on introducing local children to STEM education. He was a researcher in the Catalytic Reaction Engineering Group and the Johnson Group. Lewis was the winner of the 2011 Chiang Scholarship and the 2012 John W. Tierney Scholarship for Outstanding Students in Chemical Engineering. John Michael Obed. John was the 2012 University of Pittsburgh Homecoming King. John was the University of Pittsburgh Varsity Marching Band's Herald Trumpeter. He was in the Blue and Gold Society and in Kappa Kappa Psi National Honorary Band Fraternity. John received the B.K. Simon Family Scholarship and Basham Scholarship. Nicholas Michael Perry. Nicholas completed a summer internship in Texas working for Lanxess. He obtained a full-time job with Washington Penn Plastic Company. Nicholas would like to thank his parents and his girlfriend for all of their support during his years at Pitt. He wouldn't be where he is today without you three. Charles Robert Ringel. Charles is graduating from the Swanson School of Engineering as an honors student after transferring into the program sophomore year. He is a founding member of the nationally ranked Pitt Aki Chemicar team. Charles has been able to travel to both Brazil and China with programs through the Swanson School of Engineering. Matthew Dalton Simpson. Matthew was an undergraduate researcher in Dr. Little's lab. He would like to thank family and friends for all of their support, especially his parents. In particular, Matthew wants to say, "I love you," to his mother. Adam John Sloan. Adam would like to say thanks to the people who have helped him develop as a capable young man: his mother and Big Mike, his grandmother and grandfather, and his wonderful aunts and uncles. Adam has been heavily involved in the Cornerstone Christian ministry on campus and served as a worship leader, where he helped to develop young talent into solid musicians and Christians. Michael S. Tironi. Michael would like to thank his mom, dad, and brother for all of their love and support. He will be starting his career in the Operations Leadership Program at United Technologies Corporation. Andrew J. Tomovich. Andrew earned a Bachelor of Science in Chemical Engineering. He has a minor in petroleum engineering and is continuing his education at Pitt to obtain a master's degree in petroleum engineering. Andrew would like to give special thanks to his parents, Stephen and Darla, and also his brother Mike. Ryan Daniel Trees. Ryan will be graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree in Chemical Engineering and a minor in Petroleum Engineering. He would like to thank his family and friends for their support throughout his college career. Ryan has been commissioned as a second lieutenant in the United States Army and will be attending training in Fort Lee as an active duty ordnance officer. He will be stationed in Fort Bragg, North Carolina, with the 2nd Brigade of the 82nd Airborne Division. Skylar Wilcox. Skylar has worked with Honeywell for the past 2 summers in production and process design roles. Skylar is grateful for the research positions he held at the McGowan Institute and the Little Laboratories. Skylar will join ExxonMobil in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, as a production engineer this fall.
Congratulations to our graduating chemical engineers, and please take your seat. The next department is the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering. And I'm delighted to introduce the chair of the department, Dr. Radoslav Vidic. You have a lot of fans out there.
Rowdy civil engineers. I would like to ask those faculty members of the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering who are with us this evening to join me on the stage. We have Professor Leonard Casson, Professor Ron Neufeld, Professor Luis Vallejo, Professor Jin Shangling, Professor Chang Yu, Professor John Euler, Professor Dan Budney, Professor Julie Vandenbusch, and Professor John Brigham. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce those members of the Civil and Environmental Engineering senior class who are with us this evening. Will the members of our senior class please approach the stage? The outstanding senior for the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering is Caitlin Mihal. Caitlin is the ASE Student Chapter President. She studied abroad for a semester in Bilbao, Spain at the University of Basque Country. She passed the Fundamentals of Engineering exam in October of 2012. Caitlin would like to thank her family and friends for their support throughout her time at Pitt. In recognition of Caitlin's achievements as outstanding senior, we would like to present her with a plaque commemorating this honor. This year's class representative is Kyle Freehart. Kyle is a senior civil and environmental engineering student focusing in structural engineering. Kyle is the Chi Epsilon president. He has completed 2 successful ground lead construction co-operations in D.C. at the Department of the Interior and National Archives. Kyle has been accepted into the PhD program at Pitt and is awaiting replies from both Georgia Tech and Lehigh for structural engineering. Luckily for him, I already informed these other schools of his decision, so expect to see Kyle here. Sorry. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please hold your applause until our last student has been recognized.
Okay, first we have Chelsea Ackerman. She has accepted a position at Intact as a project manager. She would also like to thank her family for all of their support. Next is Angela Anderson. She has completed 3 co-op with Arcadis in the field of civil and environmental engineering. She has accepted a summer research opportunity for sustainable engineering, and she would like to thank her loving family and friends for their support. Eric Banks. He would like to thank his parents and family for their support. He has been an honor student in the Swanson School of Engineering every semester. He's accepted a job offer at Stifler, McGraw, and Associates. Brooke Berhanu. He is pursuing graduate studies at the University of Texas in Austin in the Environmental and Water Resources Engineering Department and is the recipient of a Diversity Fellowship. He has been published in the American Society of Mechanical Engineers Journal of Mechanics with an article titled Highly Nonlinear Celerity Waves for the Assessment of Dental Implant Mobility. Brooke is the founding member of Theta Tau Professional Engineering Fraternity, and he would also like to thank his family and friends for their support, especially Mom. Brian Bieber. In 2011, Brian cycled across the country from Outer Banks, North Carolina to San Diego, California in order to raise funds and awareness for the affordable housing cause with the nonprofit organization Bike and Build. He has completed 3 co-operations with Mezzo and will be working with them full-time as a structural engineer upon graduation. He would like to thank his family and friends for supporting him throughout his journey. In particular, his parents and fiancé have been instrumental in his success. Brian Blacka has attained the Lead Green Associate certification. He has completed 3 co-op rotations with Pittsburgh Water and Sewer Authority, and he has served as Green Fund Advisory Board Liaison for 2 years. Ryan Butler, he is a 2-year board member of ASCE. He traveled to Peru and Panama to study abroad with civil engineering. He has a dual major in computer science and also like to thank his family. Andrew Cerrito, he has been accepted to the Joint Degree Graduate Program in the Katz Graduate School of Business, where he will earn a master's in structural engineering and a master's in business administration. He'd like to thank his family and girlfriend for their support. He would also like to thank his parents, brother, grandparents, and all the family, friends, and teachers and role models who have helped him get to this point. Ron Comer, he has recently passed the Fundamentals of Engineering exam and is a certified EIT. He is a student member of ASCE and would like to thank all of his family and friends for their support. Then next is Joshua Cumberland. Dylan Davis. He's a member of ASCE. He was captain of the concrete canoe competition, and yes, it floats. He would like to say thanks to his family for all their support. Oyinkansola Dina. She has served as the Community Outreach Chair and President for the Pitt National Society of Black Engineers. She has completed co-op internships at Chester Engineers and Brown and Caldwell. She has participated in Innovate China program and the senior design group that visited Panama. She would like to thank her parents, grandparents, siblings, and roommates at 456 for all of their love and continuous support. Kevin Dorian. He will be employed with the United States Army Corps of Engineers. He has served as Vice President of Engineers Without Borders and is graduating with honors. He would also like to thank his family for all of their support. Ryan Ernst. He has passed the Fundamentals of Engineering exam. I would also like to say thank you to his whole family for supporting him. Zer Frankel. Zer made Dean's List in all of his semesters at Pitt and at IUP. He co-opted with Brayman Construction and accepted a position with Nicholson Construction. Zer was group leader of the Panama Water Resource Senior Design Team and would like to thank his family for the support and coming all the way from Israel to support him. Corey Haddon-Liggett. He has accepted a full-time position with American Bridge Company. He would like to thank SV Engineering for an enjoyable final semester and would like to thank his family for their endless support and love over the years. Max Hegedus. Max completed 4 co-op rotations with American Bridge and will be working as a field engineer in their New York City district after graduation. He's been a 5-year member of Pitt Club Baseball. They've made regional playoffs 4 out of 5 years, went to Club Baseball World Series in 2012, and finished 4th nationally. He won the Club Baseball Home Run Derby in 2011 and 2012. He'd like to thank his parents, brother, and grandparents, and all of the family, friends, and teachers and role models who have helped him get to this point. Jacob Hellman. Jake was a member of Chi Epsilon ASC, worked as an engineering ambassador, and was vice president of the Snowboard Club. He will be attending the Civil, Environmental, and Architectural Engineering Building Systems graduate program at the University of Colorado in Boulder. Jacob would love to thank his family who traveled out here today, his 2 awesome grandmothers, and equally as awesome brother. He loves you all. He would also like to thank his family who could not make it here today for their support. And finally, Jacob would like to especially thank his wonderful mother who has done everything and anything for him. Jacob would like to say, "You're the best, Mom. I love you." Dan Kennevan. Dan participated in a summer research internship at Drexel University. He tutored for 6 semesters for the Pitt Excel program and would like to thank his parents Patricia and Daniel for their encouragement and support. Zachary Kurdick. Zach was Vice President of Chi Epsilon, an honors National Civil Engineering fraternity. He was a 4-year member of the University of Pittsburgh's varsity marching, including 2 years of squad leader position. He was the treasurer of the Iota Beta Kappa Band fraternity and historian of Mu Kappa Upsilon Service Band fraternity. He would also like to thank his family for all of their support. Blake Loftus. Blake is working for CSG Engineering starting in May. He's graduated in 4 years and would like to thank his mom and dad for all of their support. Next is Preston McCready. Adam Madar. He would like to thank his mom, dad, aunt, pap, cousin, and friends for all of their help throughout his college career. He has had internships with PennDOT and Consol Energy. Mark Mancini. Mark will be employed by Turner Construction Company. He is graduating with honors and was also a member of the Chi Epsilon Honors Fraternity.
Bradley McShane. Bradley worked as a PennDOT intern in District 1 for the past 2 summers. He traveled to Panama for a senior design project in the fall of 2012. Peter Mudar III. Peter served for the past 3 years in the American Society of Civil Engineers Student Chapter Executive Board, most recently holding the position as social chair. He was part of the team that competed in the Ohio Valley Student Conference Steel Bridge competition for the past 3 years. The team has competed in events in Akron, Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio, and even here in Pittsburgh. He most notably served as construction. Peter would like to say thank you to everyone who has helped him along his journey. Without the occasional encouragement and even a good hard kick, sometimes he would not be going across the stage today. Special thanks to his parents for all their support, his grandfather, and the rest of his family and friends who could not be here today. With your help, he did it finally. Ruth Mothaga. Ruth would like to say thanks to God, Nikama. Thanks Dad and Mom, Nare, Naomi, Jaden, Jerry, Holmes, Sheila, Mathoni, Nimu, Nayaki, Wanja, Haruni, Kenna, Kelly, Chico, and many wonderful extended family and friends. She also says thanks to Dr. S., Breezy, Dr. Brigham, Monica, Regella, and the wonderful TAs and faculty that got her through this program. Derek Pepper. Derek completed 3 co-op rotations with the PennDOT District 11 Bridge Unit. Through his undergraduate career, he was host of a show for WPTS, president of the Pit Gun Club, a brother of Sigma Phi Epsilon, and a work-study student for the pathology department. Derek would like to thank his family and friends for everything they have done over the past few years. We'd also like to thank the members of the faculty who assisted him through his undergraduate career. David Roberts. David was the ASC Concrete Canoe captain from 2012 to 2013. He wants to send a huge thank you to his family and friends for all their support through the rigorous past 4 years. He wouldn't be here without them. David would like to say congratulations to all the Swanson School graduates. Nicholas Roski. Nicholas successfully made it through college with good grades and without getting alcohol poisoning or getting arrested. He would like to thank his family, friends, and anyone else who supported him through his 4 challenging years at Pitt. A special thanks to his parents, Ty, Lindsay, Shannon, and his dog, Thor. Nicholas is a 2-time Pitt Intramural Football League champion and plans on getting a job in construction management after his graduation. Matthew Schmidt. Matthew was involved in the ASC student chapter. He interned with PennDOT as a construction inspector, and he would like to thank his parents and family for their continuous support. Alan Smith. Alan studied abroad in Cologne, Germany, and on fall scholarship for 6 months, conducted 3 summer internships at PennDOT in the Bridge Unit, and has accepted an internship with the National Energy Leadership Corps with Dr. Billick. James Sommer. He would like to thank his parents and family for their support. Without them, it would not have been possible. Benjamin Sorick. Benjamin would like to thank his family for the love and support that helped him graduate. Daniel Salfer. Dan has accepted an offer from the American Bridge Company where he will begin work in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He hopes to help lead the number 2 ranked Pitt Club baseball team to another World Series. Daniel would like to thank his parents and family for all of their love and support. It would not have been possible without them. Abigail Lynn Stein. Abigail is a board member of ASCE in Chi Epsilon. She studied abroad in Chile, Panama, and Brazil, funded by the National Science Foundation. She passed the Fundamentals of Engineering exam in October of 2012. She has accepted a job offer with Nicholson Construction and would like to thank her family for the love and support. Matthew Temrowski. Matthew has completed 3 co-op rotations with American Bridge. He has accepted a full-time position with American Bridge and will be moving to Dallas, Texas this fall. Matthew would like to say thank you to his parents, Mary and Dan, for the support over the past 18 years of school. Zachary Viscarda. Zachary would like to thank all of his professors, his family, and his friends for helping him have fun through the 4 challenging years at the University of Pittsburgh. He'd like to thank the Triangle Fraternity for giving him great times and being a support group for his studies and for providing activities and networking opportunities to let him become a better professional. Tyler Washburn. Tyler has completed 3 co-op rotations concentrating in construction management. He will be assuming the position of a project engineer for P.J. Dick Construction upon his graduation. He would like to thank his loving parents, family, and friends who have helped him accomplish his goals of pursuing a degree in engineering. And last, and certainly not least, Kyle Scott Yetter. Kyle is an ASC student chapter member. He participated in the Ohio Valley Student Conference Balsa Wood Bridge and received 3rd place. Kyle would like to thank his family, friends, and faculty.
Congratulations to the civil and environmental engineers. And please take your seats. And we're at the halfway mark of for those of you that are counting. So I'm now delighted to reintroduce the chairman of the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering, Dr. William Stankina. And Bill will be introducing both the computer engineers and the electrical engineers who will be graduating this term. Bill?
Will the faculty of the Electrical and Computer Engineering Department please come up on stage? Coming on stage, I'll introduce our faculty. First is Professor Irvin Jones, Professor Kevin Chen, Professor Luis Chaparro, Professor Min-Hee Yoon, Professor Iran Chen, Professor Marlon Mickle, Professor Irvin Sejic, Professor Kartik Mohanram, and Professor Stephen Jacobs. If I may have just a few seconds of extra time, Marlon, if you'd take 1 or 2 steps forward, please. I'd like to acknowledge Professor Marlon Mickle, who is retiring now at the end of this academic year after more than 50 years on the Pitt faculty. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to introduce those members of the Electrical Engineering Senior Class who are with us this evening. So will those members of the senior class of Electrical Engineering please come forward? The outstanding senior for the electrical engineering program is Ming Lee. Ming has submitted a research paper as the first author. She participated in the Cornell Cup USA competition as a member of the Panda Care team. Just as an aside, this is a national competition in embedded processors, and our team is going to the finals this week. Meng has a 3.92 GPA. The class representative for electrical and computer engineering, both programs, is Amanda Johannes. Amanda was an active member of the Pitt chapter for the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, serving as the membership chair and president. She has completed 4 terms of co-op, 2 terms with the Naval Surface Warfare Center, Candor Rock Division, and 2 terms with ANSYS. Amanda performed with the University of Pittsburgh Varsity Marching Band for 4 years as a color guard member and spent 1 year as a staff. Our students will now introduce the rest of the class. If you'd hold your applause until the end, please.
First, we have Stephen Albert. Stephen is graduating magna cum laude and is a member of IEEE's Eta Kappa Nu Honor Society. He worked at the Army Research Laboratory as a research intern for 2 summers and at the National Robotics Engineering Center as an engineering intern for 1 summer. Stephen wants to thank his parents, Laura and Larry, and his brother Alex for their unending and unconditional love and support, his dedicated and selfless extended family, and his girlfriend Jennifer for bringing out his best and loving him at his worst. Dylan P. Blosser. Dylan completed 3 co-op rotations at Westinghouse Electric Company. He has accepted a full-time position at Emerson Process Management as an associate engineer. Ibrahim E. Chibi. Ibrahim developed an Android application that prohibits texting while driving that will greatly reduce the teen accident rate. He conducted research in nanotechnology to reduce the cost of solar cells to address energy poverty in poor countries. Ibrahim would like to thank his family for their support. Without them, graduating would have been impossible to achieve. Karen Chung. Karen was an active member of the Pitt Robotics Club for 3 years. She has completed 3 summer internships, 1 at Philips Respironics and 2 at Kinetic North America. She has accepted a position in Eaton's Leadership Development Program. Bert Koss. Bert was the president of the Robotics Club. He interned at the PPL Susquehanna Nuclear Power Plant. Bert has accepted a job offer from General Electric. John Frederick Dawson. John completed a computer science minor. He interned at multiple engineering firms, and John made some of the best friends he could ever ask for. Mark F. Giroudi. Mark completed the co-op program with ATI Allegheny Ludlam. He has accepted an automation engineering position at ATI Allegheny Ludlam. William N. Massimini. William has been a member of the varsity team. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, that was a mistake. I got ahead of myself.
Corey Scott Wine. Corey is graduating with a focus in power engineering and a certificate in nuclear engineering. This summer, he plans to find a job close to Pittsburgh in the power engineering field. Corey would also like to thank his parents, grandparents, girlfriend, family, and friends who have helped him to succeed on his journey to graduation. Justin Edward Lees. Justin would like to say thanks to his family and friends for their support. Justin would also like to thank Jim and Bill for all their support. Justin completed his area of concentration in communications and signal processing. Michael James McDonald. Michael would like to say thanks to his family for all their support. He completed a concentration in power requirements. Michael designed and fabricated a working concept inspection robot used in steam generator applications. The project was sponsored by Westinghouse. Daniel Halligan Miller. Daniel Halligan Miller completed a co-op with mine safety appliances. Daniel would like to thank to his family for their extraordinary support. Paul Monroe. Paul completed a co-op at NASA Glenn Research Center. He worked on lunar rover. Brandon F. Roberts. Brandon completed the University of Pittsburgh's Nuclear Engineering Certificate program. He completed an internship as an electrical engineer with Dynamic Manufacturing, LLC. Brandon wants to thank literally everyone, but especially his advisor, Dr. Zhihong Mao, his brothers, Liam, Seth, and David, and his parents, Eileen and Neil, for supporting and inspiring him. Kyle Charles Schonstein. Between 2012 and 2013, Kyle was a 92.1 WPTS engineer director. He worked for 2 summers at the U.S. Army Aberdeen Test Center electromagnetic interference testing facility in Aberdeen Proving Ground, Maryland. Kyle would like to say thanks to the Pitt Honors College, Mr. John Jurenko, and his parents. Andrew Park Schrader. Andrew completed requirements for power concentration and nuclear engineering certificate. Andrew would like to thank his friends and family for their support. Evgeny Soroka. Evgeny would like to thank his mother, grandfather, and grandmother, as well as his cousin and uncle for supporting him all these years and not allowing him to give up. He has accepted a full-time job offer from a power electronics company in Pittsburgh. Evgeny was also an active member and officer in the University of Pittsburgh Robotics and Automation Society for 3 years. Anthony Vincent Saberduti. Anthony has earned a concentration in power. He interned for 2 summers for Midart in Elwood City. Anthony has accepted a position at Eaton Corporation as a field service engineer. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and congratulations to the electrical engineers. Please be seated. And now we're going to present the certificates to the computer engineers.
Will the members of the graduating class for computer engineering please approach the stage? The outstanding senior for the computer engineering program is Jason Gerlowski. Jason was an active member of Pitt's Quiz Bowl team. He plans to continue working this summer at IBM post-graduation. Jason wants to thank his family and friends for their constant support. Jason, in commemoration of your progress as an outstanding senior, would like to present you with this plaque. Again, our class representative is Amanda Johans, and she will help Jason on the introductions. Once again, please hold your applause until the end.
Caleb Brett Dusenberry is a member of the Phi Eta Sigma National Honor Society. He's made the Dean's List and would like to thank his mom and dad and the rest of his family. Sean K. Hanna. Sean's continuing at CMU for a Master in Science at the Robotic Systems Development in fall 2013. He's currently working at Caterpillar's Pittsburgh Automation Center and wants to say a special thank you to his mom for being so supportive throughout his college career. Eric Hirant would like to thank his loving family for all their support. Eric completed an internship at Murin Grove. Antonio J. Kang. Antonio co-opted ANSYS for 3 rotations and would like to thank his parents, sister, and girlfriend for their endless support. Christopher John Lucas. Christopher will be attending the University of Virginia in the fall for a PhD in electrical engineering.
William N. Massimini. William has been a member of the varsity team of the Pitt Rowing Club for 4 years. After graduation, he will be looking for a job in the software application development field. William thanks his loving family for their support during his time at Pitt. Thomas David Nason. Thomas has completed a dual degree in computer engineering and chemistry. He has performed interdisciplinary research under Dr. Jordan in the chemistry department, including a Brackenridge Fellowship this past summer. Michael Niederhauser. Michael managed to complete 3 senior design projects in the same semester. He is the secretary of Pitt's IEEE student chapter, and Michael is the webmaster of the University of Pittsburgh's Men's Glee Club and has performed with the Pitt Men's Glee Club internationally. Zachary David Swigert. Zachary completed a co-op with Federated Investors. He will be graduating summa cum laude. Zachary has been accepted to and will be attending CMU for software engineering in the fall. Dominic Joseph Visco. Dominic obtained a professional development program position at Northrop Grumman. He obtained a strong critical thinking skill set. Ais Artiklar. Thank you.
Congratulations to the computer engineers. And please take your seats. And I'm delighted to introduce the chairman of the Department of Industrial Engineering, Professor Bapaya Badanda, who will introduce the industrial engineering faculty and the outstanding seniors. Bapaya.
Okay, good evening. I would first like to ask those faculty members of the Department of Industrial Engineering who are with us this evening to join me on stage and calling their names out as they come on stage: Professor Karen Bursick, Professor J. Rajgopal, Professor Paul Yu, Professor Mary Westerfield-Sakry, Professor Brian Norman, Professor Oleg Prokopiev, Professor Lisa Maylart, Professor Louis Luenkesorn, Professor Yong J. Chen, and this year I won't forget Professor Larry Schumann, our Senior Associate Dean, too. Ladies and gentlemen, it's both an honor and pleasure to introduce those members of the Department of Industrial Engineering senior class who are with us this evening. Will members of our senior class please approach the stage? The outstanding senior for the Department of Industrial Engineering is John Migliozzi. John was unable to attend today. He graduated from the IE department in December. This year's class representative is Garrett Klein. Garrett is a 3-time university scholar and will graduate in the top 2% of the Swanson School of Engineering. He is a 3-year member of the Trading Pit, a club focused on trading and investing in financial markets, serving as president during their 2012-2013 academic year. Garrett will join the consulting firm McKinsey in their Pittsburgh office following graduation and would like to thank his family and friends for their love and support. Garrett? Dr. Gandalf. Congratulations, Gerald. Our second class representative is Mike Pesce. Mike is the founding father of the new Delta chapter of the Theta Tau Professional Engineering Fraternity. He has been a member of the Institute of Industrial Engineers and was president from 2010 to 2011. Michael was also winner of Mr. Benedum in 2011.
Thank you very much.
Please hold your applause, ladies and gentlemen, until our last student has been recognized.
The senior class of the Industrial Engineering, we're going to start out with Olaronche Alamaja. Olaronche co-opted at Curtis Wright Flow Control Company, EMD. She was part of the National Society of Black Engineers and African Students Organization and member of the Institute of Industrial Engineers. She will be working full-time upon graduating. She would like to thank her family for all their love and support and God for bringing her through these last few years. Tyler Balson. Tyler was the first pit engineer to study in Asia for 1 year. He would like to thank his family and friends for all their love and support. Derek Paul Bransby. Derek is a 4-year member of the University of Pittsburgh Varsity Marching Band, a member of Alpha Pi Mu, and will graduate with honors. Derek has completed the cooperative education program and will join Booz Allen Hamilton, one of his co-op employers, full-time as a consultant upon graduation. Derek would like to thank all members of the IE faculty, his friends and family, and especially his parents for their immense support and encouragement. Peter J. Brendel. Peter will be attending Pitt in the fall to begin work towards a Master's of Science in Industrial Engineering. Catherine Brown. Catherine co-opted with the Hershey Company, and she will also be working for Boeing. She would also like to thank her friends and family for all their love and support. Miles Travis Cooney. Miles co-opted at Curtis Wright Flow Control Company, ASD, and EMD. Matthew M. DeMedio. Matt completed a co-op rotation at Crayola. He interned at Roburn Manufacturing and Shoe Fitter. He earned a certificate in supply chain management with the College of Business Administration. Matt has accepted a full-time offer at Delphi Packard Electrical. Daniel Fitzgerald. Daniel would like to thank his family for their love and support along the way. Hillary Genevieve Gill. Hillary would like to thank her family for sticking with her throughout her overall engineering experience. She would like to dedicate this recognition to her little sister, Chloe Violet. You're her motivation and inspiration.
Dana Margaret Hutlin. Dana completed a co-op with FedEx Ground. She attained a certificate in Women's Studies, and she served as president of the student organization Feel Good. Cameron Keelan. Cameron helped to raise thousands of dollars for the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. He completed 2 successful internships at Westinghouse Electric Company. After being in school for 5 years on his parents' dime, Cameron can proudly say he is finally off the balance sheet. Chelsea T. Kirch. She completed 4 co-op rotations at MSA. She would like to thank her friends and family for their support. And she also traveled abroad to India, Vietnam, Taiwan, and Singapore for academic programs. Angela Marie Litvin. Angela has completed 3 co-op rotations at H.J. Heinz Company, working in frozen supply planning, transportation, and rigid resin procurement. She plans to work full-time at PepsiCo in Johnstown, Pennsylvania, as a supply chain manufacturing and warehouse campus associate. Angela would like to thank the Sisters of Phi Sigma Rho sorority and her loving parents, Kimberly and James Litvin, for their continual support over the past 4 years. None of this would have been possible without both of you. Nicholas Lubick. Nicholas interned at Intellogistics Supply Chain Company last summer. He would like to thank his family and friends for all of their support. Todd Ryan Mellett. Todd co-founded the new Delta chapter of Theta Tau, a professional engineering fraternity. He completed the cooperative program with Honda of America Manufacturing. Todd has been admitted to the CATS dual degree program for Masters of Business Administration and Masters in Mechanical Engineering at the University of Pittsburgh. William James Owens. William completed 3 successful co-op rotations at FedEx Ground headquarters. He is founder of the Brotherhood Mentoring Organization for the University of Pittsburgh Engineers. Starting this summer, William will be working as a supply chain engineer for Pepsi. Alexandra Phillips, member of the National Society of Black Engineers and Society of Women's Engineers. She studied in Florence, Italy last summer. Alex is also a member of the University of Pittsburgh's women's volleyball team for 4 years. She would like to thank her family and friends. Quan Trong. Quan was president of the Panther Parkour and Free Running Club for the 2012-2013 academic year. He has been on the dean's list every semester since starting university. Quan will be starting a job at Epic in Madison, Wisconsin as a technical services representative. Thank you.
Congratulations to the industrial engineers. And the good news is we only have one more department. And I'm delighted to introduce the chairman of Mechanical Engineering and Materials Science, Dr. Ming-King Chu, who will present the graduates from his department. Ming-King?
I would like to invite those faculty members of the Mechanical Engineering and the Material Science and Engineering Department to join me on stage. Leading the way is Professor Kuo Feng Wang, Professor Scott Mao, Professor Ann Robertson, Professor Will Slaughter, Professor Pat Smolinski, Professor Qingming Wang, Professor Jerry Meyer, Professor Albert Toll, Professor Jeff Wipperman, Professor Dan Cole, and Professor Song Kwang Cho. Also, Professor Savannah Wasu, the Associate Dean for Diversity, also on the faculty. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to introduce those members of Mechanical Engineering senior class who are with us this evening. I would like to invite a member of our senior class, please approach the stage. The outstanding senior for the Mechanical Engineering program is Megan DeGraff. Megan has had 3 internships at GE in 1 summer and Exxon Mobil for 2 summers. She was a George Washington Prize finalist. Megan has accepted a job with ExxonMobil near Chicago, Illinois. In recognition of your achievement, I will present you with this plaque to commensurate for this award. This year's class representative is Stacy Horwitz. Stacy has accepted a position with Nuclear Regulatory Commission as a reactor engineer. She was an active member in ASME, SHPE, and the Pi Sigma Rho. Stacy would like to thank her family and friends for all their support. Ladies and gentlemen, please hold your applause until the last student was recognized.
Okay. First, we have Bader Abdullah Alnafeh. Bader did a co-op for Westinghouse Nuclear Company. He completed a nuclear engineering certificate, and he earned a fundamental engineering certificate. Bader is continuing to graduate school in mechanical engineering and material science, and he wants to thank his family for believing in him. Also, Bader wants to thank all his friends in the Pitt community for their endless support.
Next, we have Michael T. Albog. Michael would like to thank his family and friends for all of their support. He completed 4 co-op rotations with Robinson Fans, and he accepted a position with Norfolk Southern.
Faith Rose Beck. Faith is an Oak Ridge Institute of Science and Engineering Fellow with the U.S. Department of Energy. Her projects include the synthesis of anode and cathode materials for lithium, sodium, and magnesium ion batteries. She will be entering a PhD program in the fall and is still deciding which schools she will attend. Faith would like to thank her parents and sister for their love and support during all of those times when she couldn't text, leave the house, or remember to call Grandpa because she was so busy studying. She wants to thank you for giving her what she needed so that she could stand here today.
Alexander Bradley Bohr would like to thank his parents for everything they've done for him.
Sarah E. Bulla. Sarah was involved in Pitt's Engineers Without Borders, American Society of Mechanical Engineers, and Phi Sigma Rho. She co-opted and worked part-time as a robotics design engineer at Kinetic North America. Sarah has accepted a job with TE Connectivity, working in research and development of electronics manufacturing technology.
Brandon Davey Seckel. He got 3rd place at the ASM Young Members Night poster competition, and he completed 3 co-op rotations at GE Aviation.
Matthew DeGonish. Matthew received a job offer at Westinghouse Electric Company after his 3rd co-op rotation. He plans to return to Pitt to enroll in the Professional Master's Program in Mechanical Engineering. Matthew would like to thank his parents, girlfriend, friends, and professors for helping him complete his undergraduate career successfully and adequately preparing him for his future.
Ohiraman Louis Dubois would like to thank his parents and siblings for everything they do for him.
Kevin John Dolan. Kevin is a member of Tau Beta Pi Engineering Honor Society. He is also a member of Pi Tau Sigma Mechanical Engineering Honor Society, and he will be working at Lockheed Martin following graduation.
Sean Mark Egan would like to thank his family for all of their support throughout the years.
Samuel Eichelberger. Samuel has earned a nuclear engineering certificate. He machined tensile testing groups for UCL research for Allegheny General Hospital, and he has accepted a position as a turning products engineer at Kennametal in Latrobe.
Kenoya Kelvin Joseph Ike. He would like to thank and pay respect to the late Dr. John Metzger for his tutelage, his advice, and ultimately his friendship. He would also like to especially thank his friends and family for their loving support. Hail to Pitt.
Jason H. France. Jason was accepted for the Governor Dick Thornburgh Breckenridge Honors College Fellowship in 2012. The research project he completed was submitted for publishing to the Governor's Library. His project was titled Political and Economic Issues Facing the United States Commercial Nuclear Industry. He earned a teaching assistant position under Dr. Stephen Ludwig for Mechanical Design 2, and he finished his junior year despite a broken leg and accomplished his studies, all while supporting a young family.
Andrew D. Galbally. He completed a co-op at Elwood Mill Products. He made the honor list, and his picture is on the wall at HIMSS.
Andrew Bernardin Gentlecore. Andrew co-opted with both Crane Energy Flow Solutions and Danieli Steel Corporation. He has accepted a full-time position with U.S. Steel, and he would like to say thank you to his mom and dad for all the love and support.
Justin David Holm. Justin graduated mechanical engineering with a 3.5 GPA and an undergraduate certificate in nuclear engineering. He completed a co-op with Industrial Scientific Corporation, and he wants to thank his mom and dad for encouraging and supporting him while earning his degree.
Luke S. Hawkendonor. He would like to thank his parents and grandparents for always being supportive. He would also like to thank the rest of his family and friends for all their support.
Brooke Ann Hodel. Brooke would like to thank her parents and her aunt and niece.
Stephen Vincent Carkenny. Stephen was the leader of the 2013 Pitt Formula SAE team. He completed the co-op program, and he would like to say thanks to Janet and Stephen Carkenny for being awesome parents, and Andrew Carkenny for being an awesome brother.
Abigail Kelly Kender. Abigail received an honorable mention for Co-op Student of the Year after finishing 3 rotations with Vocalect. She recently accepted a position at Air Products as a mechanical engineer in their career development program, and she has been actively involved in Phi Sigma Rho, the engineering social sorority, since the fall of 2009, including 1 year as vice president.
Peter Blake Lawson. Peter graduated in 4 years and is graduating with honors. He would like to say thank you to his family, friends, and professors.
Christopher J. Lippert. Christopher studied abroad in Spain and Brazil. He was a co-author of a published research paper about smart power grid technologies, and he would like to thank his mother and father for their support.
Kelly A. Macy. Kelly has been an active member of the engineering sorority Phi Sigma Rho since freshman year. She completed the co-op program at U.S. Airways, and she would like to send a big thank you to her parents. She doesn't know where she would be today without their unconditional love and support.
Michael G. Malencia. Michael would like to thank his parents for all of their love and support.
Brent G. Miller. Brent minored in material science, and he would like to say thanks for all the support, Molly, Mom, Dad, and Chris.
John Goggins Knowles. He's a member of the Theta Tau Professional Engineering Fraternity. He would like to thank his friends, his MEMS partners in crime, and his girlfriend. And he's getting the certificate in nuclear engineering.
James John Neidig. James participated in the co-op program as an employee of Medrad Bayer Healthcare. He would like to take a moment to thank his parents, Jim and Luann, for their support and guidance throughout the years, without which he would not be where he is today.
He accepted a job offer from PPG to work at their industrial coatings plant in Oak Creek, Wisconsin.
Carl Olszewski would like to thank his friends for all of their support through college.
Stephen Monroe O'Neill. He's a member of Triangle Fraternity. He survived 4 years of college, and he'd like to say thanks to Mom and Dad for the love and support.
Maxwell Philip Pless. Maxwell would like to send a big thanks to his family, friends, coworkers, and peers for helping him along on this journey and for their endearing and constant support. He is working at Siemens Energy as a co-op. He would like to send a very special thanks to Andy Holmes of the Swanson Center for Product Innovation Machine Shop. He learned some very important lessons there, including planning, it's a good thing.
Ryan A. Richter. Ryan successfully completed the co-op program by working 3 rotations with Heraeus Electronite in Elwood City, PA, as a manufacturing engineer. He would like to thank his family, his girlfriend, faculty, and friends for all their help and support. None of this would have been possible without you.
Jonathan Robert Rothrock. Jonathan completed a co-op at Curtis Wright EMD. He would like to say thank you to his parents for all their help and support over the past few years.
Shiranjev Shah. Shiranjev earned a Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering and Material Science with a concentration in ferrous physical metallurgy. He is the founding member of Panthers Archery at Pitt and also its business manager.
Minao Shen. Minao participated in undergraduate research in sustainable engineering in the summer of 2011, exploring smart materials for reducing energy in buildings under the guidance of Professor William Clark.
Matthew Siegfried. Matthew completed a full year of interning as a mechanical design engineer for Eaton Electric Corporation. He obtained a certificate in nuclear engineering, and he would like to thank his family, especially his parents, Craig and Sue, for their amazing support.
Matthew J. Salakian. Matthew would like to thank all of his family and friends for all of your love and support.
Glenn E. Spalding. Glenn was the president of the University of Pittsburgh American Society of Mechanical Engineers. He completed the mechanical engineering program with a concentration in manufacturing, and he was a student employee in the Swanson School of Engineering Machine Shop.
Brandon Tomasic. Brandon completed a co-op at Mine Safety Appliances, and he would like to say thank you to his family, Jim, Joan, and Megan.
Eric Uzarski. Eric acquired the nuclear engineering undergraduate certificate. His average GPA is above a 3.5, and he would like to thank his parents, Gary and Joanne Uzarski, family and friends.
Alexander Valentino. Alex completed the mechanical engineering major curriculum. He completed the nuclear engineering certificate program, and he was a 3-time AmeriCorps member with Jumpstart Pittsburgh.
Xiaoji Sam Wang. Xiaoji was the president of University of Pittsburgh Pi Tau Sigma Mechanical Engineering Honors Society. He was the University of Pittsburgh Formula SAE team treasurer, and Sam was a research associate at the Human Engineering Research Laboratory.
Alicia Ashley York. Alicia has been accepted to graduate school at the University of Pittsburgh for a master's in prosthetics and orthotics. She made Dean's List every semester at University of Pittsburgh. Alicia is also receiving a bachelor's degree from Duquesne University in physics. We would also like to acknowledge the late Dr. John D. Metzger, who was an important part of the department and whose absence is deeply felt.
Thank you. Congratulations to the mechanical engineers. And now I'm going to call Dr. Chu back up to present the material science and engineering graduates and also the engineering physics graduates. Engineering science graduates.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to present you the graduating class of Material Science and Engineering. Would the students of Material Science and Engineering graduate please approach the stage? It's my honor to introduce Timothy Hoy, the Material Science Outstanding Senior. Timothy is the winner of an Outstanding Senior Award from the Pittsburgh chapter of ASM International. He's a member of Tau Beta Pi. Timothy, I'm presenting this plaque in recognize this honor. This year's class representative is Tammy Oluwafemi. Tammy would first and foremost like to thank God, her parents, her sisters, her friends, and the Pitt Excel. Without them, this would not be possible. Tammy plans to work in the industry after graduation. Tammy, congratulations.
Thomas Walker Daniels. Tom was an active member in the Pitt Men's Glee Club, and he also did research here at Pitt. He was a participant in the +3 Vietnam program in 2009. In 2010 and 2011, he did a study abroad and internship program in Germany. And Tom is going on to a master's and PhD program in welding engineering at The Ohio State University.
Last and not least, I would like to present you the graduating class of engineering science. Would the student approach the stage? No? It's my honor to introduce Joseph Landry, the Engineering Science Outstanding Senior. Joseph ran 2 marathons and climbed Mount Doom while he's studying abroad in New Zealand. Joseph has been accepted to study PhD at Stanford University in electrical engineering. Joseph, I'm presenting this plaque and recognize this honor. Thank you. Yeah.
First, we have Nicole Downing. Nicole completed 2 internships at Lord Corporation in the R&D department. She also accepted a position in the Leadership Development Program at Eaton Corporation starting in June. Second and last, we have Matthew Patterson. Matt completed a co-op with Plextronics, an organic LED electronics company. He will be taking a job with Raytheon Missile System in Tucson, Arizona upon graduation. Matthew would like to thank his close friends and family for all aspects of their support throughout his career.
Will the graduates please rise? As we end this evening's program, please join me in acknowledging the family, members, and friends who have gathered here tonight in your honor and who have contributed to your success both emotionally and financially and spiritually. They certainly deserve your recognition and applause. Please be seated. At tomorrow's commencement ceremonies, you will become alumni. As you succeed in your professional life, I encourage you to maintain the bonds between you and your classmates and with your Swanson School of Engineering through active participation in our many programs and events. Our best wishes are extended to you, your families, and your friends as you change the world. There are just a few thanks and a few logistics to end the evening. First, let's thank the people who have assisted in the arrangements for tonight. We thank them for their help. Got a little extra up here tonight in making this a very special evening. At the conclusion of the ceremony this evening, please join me in continuing the celebration at the dessert reception in Benedum Hall lobby. Immediately following the alma mater, department photographs will be taken here on stage. Graduates and faculty, please remain seated until your department is called. After the photograph, you may proceed to the reception. At this time, I would like to ask engineering graduates Justin Becker, Michael Cunningham, Angela Litvin, and Elizabeth Stahl to come to the stage and lead us in singing of the alma mater. You can find the alma mater printed in your programs. Please stand for the alma mater.
Alma mater, wise and glorious, child of light and bride of truth, over fate and foe victorious, dowered with eternal youth, crowned with love of son and daughter, thou shalt conquer as of yore. Dear old Pittsburgh, alma mater, God preserve thee evermore. Dear old Pittsburgh, alma mater, God preserve thee evermore.
Thank you. And that concludes the evening.